On this episode of the Turnbuckle, WWE does not consider Sasha Banks a future main event star. There's a possible chance Vince could weasel his way back into the company via a loophole. And who told Shawn Michaels about Mandy Rose's premium content? Folks, we're hitting your favorite wrestling movies and wrestling news because it's time, that's right, for the Turnbuckle. According to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Sasha Banks asked WWE for a deal similar to what Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair are getting. However, WWE didn't give her an offer anywhere near theirs because the company does not see Sasha Banks as a future main event star. She was said to be seeking a number along the levels of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, and those internally have said she wasn't offered numbers close to that, Meltzer said. They said that she's not seen internally as somebody who would be on top for the next 5 years, but it's seen as someone who could get a singles or tag team title run. But as peaked as a star aside from the reality that was acknowledged that if she would return, there would be a, quote, honeymoon period where people would go nuts for her. What a slap in the face it must be to Sasha Banks to be main eventing a WrestleMania, to have like 4 or 5 star matches with the likes of Bayley, Sasha, no, okay, that probably would work. Charlotte Flair, I was gonna say Asuka. Now I don't know entirely. I know Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, right? Tons more people, right? And you know, to be one of the first women to main event a Hell in a Cell, you know, to be one of the people who has a Match of the Year award, to have all of these accolades, right? To be universally loved by everybody. You know what I'm saying? And for WWE to look at them and go, actually, you know what? No. It's the same thing that they did to Daniel Bryan. He was a main eventer. He had the star caliber, and they never gave it to, they never wanted to give the shine to him. And the only reason why they even bothered giving the shine to him is because the WWE universe just wouldn't shut up about him. I'm not saying that everybody and their grandmother is worthy of the main event scene. There are some people that you put them in the main event scene and they lay an egg, or like they can't, you know, they can't talk on the mic, you know what I'm saying? They just aren't like capable in ring wise to go the distance. I'm all for that. I understand. I'm not gonna sit here and say that you should give it to, like, I don't know, Tucker. No offense, Tucker Knight. Imagine you're working your ass off at your job, right? And the customers love you and your coworkers love you, and you're actually bringing in like the green numbers, right? Arrows going up and everything. And you go to management and you say, hey, am I in line for a promotion? Do I get a raise? Like, what's going on? And management just goes, we just don't see you as that type of like employee. We just don't think that you're capable enough of being promoted to the top or something like that. How much of a spirit crusher would that be? And second of all, how much of a slap, like you would quit on the spot. You'd be like, no, this is stupid. Like, you would not want to work there ever again. And you would tell other people, like, hey, those guys are assholes. You know what I mean? So like, that pretty much tells you everything you need to know. It sounds like she's going to either AEW or NJPW, okay? I'd rather go to MLW at this point. Don't even think about WWE. Next, we're going to be talking about Vince McMahon and how he could block WWE's potential sale. According to Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer noted that while Vince McMahon wants to return to WWE, the company cannot be sold in any way. He further explained McMahon's role as the company's largest shareholder. The first is that as long as McMahon is looking at returning, the company can't be sold. If the company is sold, he would have no power to return. His power is because he is both the largest shareholder in the company, and more importantly, the way his shares are determined as far as voting goes that he put together when the company went public to make sure he could never be voted out of power. McMahon owned 37.6% of WWE as of this past summer, but because his stock is determined differently than other stock, he controls 80% of the voting power. So you're telling me that even the fact that no one, not even Linda, right, is asking for this guy to come back, you're telling me that there's a potential chance that he could literally weasel his way back into the company just because he owns more of the shares? There's gotta be, okay, now, at first I was like, oh, there's gotta be something they can do, somebody's gotta step in, but legally, if he owns more percentage of the shares, I feel like legally he could just walk right back. Like, I was joking, but I feel like that is genuinely what he can do because he's a larger shareholder. 80% is a lot, okay? It's a lot. And it makes me feel as though that even if, you know the spirit bomb you with Goku, even if everybody gave Nick Khan all of their energy, it just wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't be enough. It'd be like Broly, he would do the thing, he would, with one hand, and then it would explode, and then he would just be saying, he'd do the neck crack, and that'd be the end of it. Listen, I'm just gonna say it right now. It's not looking good. It does not sound good, boys, okay? So I'm going to gonna just go ahead and do one of these. It's been a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, serving with you, all right? We're all doomed. Finally, who told Shawn Michaels about Mandy Rose's premium content? While it is believed that Mandy Rose was making more money from her subscription service than she was from her WWE contract, Dave Meltzer stated that Rose was blindsided by the decision. According to those close to the situation, Matt Bloom informed Shawn Michaels about content on Rose's fan time subscription service that had gotten more racy of late. While not confirmed, there are those who believe Rose was making more money posting photos and making custom videos for subscribers that contained nudity. While WWE in the past had marketed its women and was responsible for many posing nude in Playboy, that was in a different era, and what they found out about crossed what they considered the allowable line, given they had promised television partners and sponsors a family-friendly product. She was live streaming and getting tipped, and at one point, according to someone viewing the videos, said if she wasn't tipped $400, she would end the stream. In another, she told her streamer to message her about what they wanted to do in their custom videos. There were also multiple nude shots of her and her fiance, former WWE wrestler and NFL stars Sabby Piscatelli / Tino Sabatelli, in a sexual position. When Michaels found out earlier in the week about the new content, the NXT television show was rewritten and Rose was ordered to drop the title to Perez. She was fired the next morning. Supposedly, she was blindsided about it. Mandy Rose was terminated without being given the chance to take down her subscription material, according to Meltzer. Since Rose was still under contract to the main roster while she was with NXT, her situation was unusual. However, this meant she was free to use her in-ring name to earn money outside WWE without being subject to the same limitations as main roster performers. Due to the fact that NXT athletes are permitted to earn additional income outside the organization in contrast to main roster athletes, Rose was able to launch her subscription service. I like the idea that Matt Bloom is the one that found out, right? You can make 1,000,001 different jokes about that, but I like the idea. It makes sense though, right? It makes sense that you have to monitor the content. You have to make sure that they're not, I guess showing skin, but like they are showing. Listen, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and say this right now. If you are making me pay $25 a month, okay, I better see some skin. I better see all the holes. I better see every single orifice for $25 a month, okay? I better see gymnastic moves, all right? You better be juggling flaming sticks, okay? I better see the WCW monster truck sumo battle on the roof of the building, okay? I better be seeing all types of crazy nonsense. Tino Sabatelli. Tino, you better be doing a magic trick where you make her entire body disappear. You better do the whoa, and her hair better show up for $25 a month. And also a report came out that she increased the price. Girl, a wig reveal, and it better be like more hair, longer hair than it was before. Your hair better be on fire for more than $25 a month. Okay, she's fine. She's fine. She has nothing to worry about. Okay, there's no issue in regards to that. All right, so Mandy's, sounds like she's gonna keep doing her thing. I guess she just has to stop showing skin then. Because they were like, oh, the door's still open. So if she just, shows up on like a priest outfit, you know what I'm saying, then I guess that everything's perfectly fine. What do we talk about? WWE doesn't consider Sasha Banks to be a main event star. What is wrong with you? Are you dumb and stupid and in the head? Okay, did you get hit on the head with a brick? What do you mean? Not a main event star. You're not a main event star. Gosh, there's a very potential chance Vince could weasel his way back into the WWE. And again, after reading this report, man, it seems like it's 100% plausible. It seems very plausible that something like this is going to happen, and it worries me greatly. But never say never. Please, I'm begging, never say never, okay, in this regard. Yay. And apparently Matt Bloom snitched. He snitched. He ratted around. Can't believe this. Matt, how did you know about that? By the way, again, no, he had to monitor it, because I know everyone's going to, haha, he was watching. Well, I feel like he probably had to. I bet he's probably got, like, better things to do. He's probably got, like, a lady of his own. I don't know, but, so I'm sure they, had to see it. But, again, I really don't think Mandy Rose is losing sleep over this, and I feel like she's going to be perfectly fine. Folks, that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful tonight and a wonderful tomorrow. And as always, big hugs. Big hugs all around.